Hi, everybody. I think we've got this sorted out today. The computer is once again doing its thing and not letting me do all the stuff I'm supposed to be able to do. Um, I'm just checking a few things while I talk to you. Just a second. Um, it seems to be working. Yeah. No, where's this? Okay. I think it's all working. We'll see. We'll know in a little while. I do know Lisa can't be here today. She's not feeling quite right. She was hurting, and she messaged me last night that she was not going to make it today. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Julie. You've been waiting. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you wait. Am I late? I didn't think I was late. These are things I found in the cleaning up business, and some of them are sort of finished. This one's finished, but I think there's a bunch of them in here that are not. So I thought I would start off today by working on these and trying to finish up some of them. Hi, Teresa. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They're just cards that can be put to something. I suppose they could go as journal cards. That would probably work. I mean, this one's finished. This one needs something. Don't know what yet, so we'll figure it out. This one's finished. No, I'm not late. Just anticipated. Okay, well, that's okay. I was running around getting stuff sorted out, so like I said, those two look pretty much finished. And I'll probably just hold on to these and use them like journal cards or something like that. I don't know yet. I'm not sure exactly what I was doing when I made them, so, you know. But I'm trying to finish stuff, sort stuff. We have a lovely situation going on tomorrow because we have an issue with one of the bathroom faucets, and so we get to have the plumber here all day tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. Not. But it is what it is. Oh, and we have another car in our yard now. I think we're, yeah, but things are getting fixed. It's just that they brought home my brother-in-law's car. He's been asking Brandon to look at it for a couple of months, and they were out doing something yesterday, and they stopped and picked it up so it could be here so that Brandon could maybe work on it. So now we have another car in our yard. We've got a whole yard full of cars. Yes, Julie, another car. Uh-huh. Help. Hi, Sherry. Um, these ones are where I put pieces of jelly prints, and I'm not sure. I think I put them on some cards. You know, the card 12 by 12 cardstock that I didn't really like the prints on. I think that's what they're on, and then cut them up. Anyways, I thought I would just do some, I don't know, doodles on them or something. I'm going to wait just a little while before I start on my little journal page. Is that the one that was Mom's? Yes, Lisa. That's the one that was Mom's. There's something wrong with the fan, and it stays on all the time. Brandon says he thinks it's a relay. anyways, Perry didn't want to drive it with it doing things like that in case, it's just like the stuff we were doing to the HHR. It's like, okay, it would be fine to drive it, but it's better to fix it and have it, be fixed. He did find out last weekend that the Kia, which we thought was brakes, was not brakes. It was some kind of I don't know, some other little electronic part. And so he got that fixed. It does look like a car sales lot. It really does. The only thing I can say is that most of them are in the backyard where you can't see them. But the other thing is, our motorhomes out there too. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, the HHR probably, Lisa. I mean, you could drive my car. It's not like it can't be driven. It's just that it has its own little idiosyncrasies, and there's no fixing the idiosyncrasies because it's got there's no way to get parts for it. It's all about emissions and stuff like that. The things that make it drivable or not drivable are fine. Like, so, but it's just that mine is just, got an attitude sometimes, and things light up when they shouldn't light up. But yeah, the HHR is all fixed up for you and ready to go. After you've been here, we'll probably sell it because it's costing an arm and a leg for insurance. It's really wild. That silly little HHR costs as much as 3 other cars are costing us for insurance. So it's one of Jeff's dad's cars, and we don't need this many cars. Frankly, the truck is drivable. The only car not drivable right this minute are both Brandon's. Brandon's truck is in pieces in the garage, and his little car doesn't have tags on it. But Jeff put the Jeep back on the road last week, and this is really weird. I thought I could get closer than this. Oh well, it just seems like it's not, like the camera is not doing its thing that it should. I'm gonna have to play with this later because it doesn't seem like I'm as close as I used to be. Oh well. But Brandon has his car almost put back together with the new axle underneath it, but there was some problems with the U-bolts. He thought he had the right ones and went to put it back together, and They're not wide enough, or they're too wide. I can't remember which one that is. So he's honestly, though, our yard doesn't look any worse than half the neighborhood because, half the neighborhood have cars that go in and out of here all the time. So ours are all pretty well hidden in the backyard. Anything that's not being driven right away. So, and they took my pickup truck out yesterday and used it. It's just that it needs some work, and we just try not to do things if they don't have to be done right away. I mean, we try not to use the car if it needs something. There we go. Kind of like that. That's kind of cool. No, I don't usually follow much in the way of sports. I will tell you that Jeff is going to go somewhere today and watch the um, Super Bowl, just because he and friends are going to watch it. I don't follow football, so I will stay home. I'm starting on taxes. I usually only have to do a minor amount of mine, but our tax guy is retiring, so don't know what I'm going to do about mine. I just have to add all my business stuff up normally, but now I'm going to have to do taxes. But I have Mom's taxes and Jeff's dad's taxes and Perry's taxes all to do. So, yeah. Thank heavens Brandon takes care of his own, because I don't think I could handle another set. She had an accident. Oh, dear. But we want them done before we want to go off on our trip. So, okay, I am really liking that, but now it needs some white. So now we need a white pen that actually works, because last time my white pen didn't work, didn't it? Let's see if one of these will work. Okay, well, if I don't get it done, Lisa, the biggest problem is that there's a bunch of what do I want to call them? Like some of Dad's paperwork and stuff does not come in the mail anymore. You have to order it, and you have to get online and get it, and that's been a problem. One of Mom's is like that now. But yeah, if I don't get them done in the next week or so, I will. I'll definitely have you help me. Which I know, I've asked this before when you've stayed, but I honestly cannot remember because, I have too many other things in my head. That's not showing up that you can see it, what I'm doing at all. There we go. There. What do you like to eat for breakfast? I'm not going to worry so much about the rest of the day because, I know I can find that easier, but especially with as late as you're coming in. You'll need breakfast. So Raisin Bran, well then we're in good shape because Jeff buys Raisin Bran, and I'll make sure he has milk. He's the only one in the house who uses milk, so I'll make sure he has milk. But Raisin Bran is here. I buy big boxes of Raisin Bran at Sam's for him. I mean, there'll be other things too. I just want to make sure there's something. So we'll be good. I was thinking one night, do you want to maybe, as they're called, yeah, yeah, Jeff likes it. One night, do you want to maybe, we'll get Kentucky Fried Chicken and go over and have an actual dinner with Mom? I don't want to try to take her out, honestly. It's gotten hard to take her out. She's really wobbly. I hate that, but yeah. Solitan brand that you really like. I don't know what Solitana is. Thanks, Lisa. What is Solitana? Yeah, it sounds almost like it should have bananas in it. Um, for some unknown reason, this pen, it's writing on the cardboard over here, but it's not wanting to write on this paint pen. Let's try a different one. Sultana. Huh. Can you tell us what it is like, or is that a brand name? Well, see, this one doesn't want to write at all. So I guess we go back to trying this one. Like raisin, but smaller. Oh, okay. So it's some kind of little dried raisiny fruit. Huh. Okay. That sounds cool. See, I don't eat cereal, so I mean, if I was forced to, if there was nothing else there, I would eat it. But okay, that is just not working. Let's see what else I can try. The brand is Bran Flakes. Yeah, that's what Raisin Bran is, Bran Flakes. Okay. Oh, I have a whole bunch of white pens that don't want to make me happy today. Oh. And it might be this black pen. These are not Posca pens, and so it might be this black pen. So that's working, so that will work. I'll finish this and then I'll do my little journal page. So far. Okay. Yeah, these usually are not, Julie. These are Uniball Signos broads, and unless you let them get dry, they're usually really good about going over things. That's why I use them, but that one didn't want to go over this today. Uh, well, if you want something different while we're here, we'll stop at the grocery store. But I did double check on, there's a big table in the alcove at Mom's, and we can use that space. I just have to ask them ahead of time. So I know you want to go to Ollie's. That won't take very long. I kind of want to, if it's decent weather, maybe dye some paper while you're here, but we'll have to see. The biggest thing about them, Julie, is to make sure that you keep using them consistently, like almost every day. I think that's is um, what makes them work best is if they are used a lot. But and I haven't been doing much of anything that's honestly, I've been doing very little creative stuff. I've just been so hectic with everything else. Ollie's and Books a Million. Okay. Books a Million, not Barnes and Noble, huh? Oh, you have Barnes and Noble there. Okay. Um, you don't want to go to the knitting store downtown? Last time, no, not the last time, because the last time she was here, Chris and Sean were with you. So, um, I'm kind of liking it. It's looking good. I shouldn't, doesn't mean we can't. Well, I don't need anything. Yes, we did go to the yarn store and you bought stuff. Yes, but wasn't that when you were here by yourself? I was thinking it was when you were. By the way, if I've missed anybody coming in because I wasn't looking, I'm really glad everybody's here today. Our weather is actually pretty decent out there. It's chilly, but it's not frozen winterland or anything. Still too cold to take the winterization stuff off the motorhome, but oh, we went both times? Okay. I can never remember. I don't think I messaged you. Mom had a eye appointment last week. This week. It was Tuesday. So I went over Monday, very specifically Monday afternoon, to remind her and tell her what time I would pick her up. I called her before I always call her from the driveway. She had forgotten and wasn't ready. So, yeah. I'm going to have to start calling her in time for her to get ready to go. But I did work out the situation with blood work. I don't have to take her out for blood work anymore. They will come to the facility and get her blood. So that will be one less time I have to take her out real shaky. Because if she doesn't have breakfast in the morning, she's really shaky. You still can't get a hold of her? And her phone has worked both times I've called her recently. Do you want me to tell her you're coming? I don't mind. I didn't know if you'd called her or not. She might not remember anyways, but yeah, I'll tell her. And but you know, I don't know what I do know that when that phone drops, if you don't turn it off and turn it back on again, it just stays dropped. So I do think I've got some options, but so far I haven't been able to get it accomplished. Okay, we did one. How about that? It's a little out of focus up there, but I kind of like how it came out. Yep, that's it. She's probably carried it to lunch. I don't know why she carries it around. I like it too. Okay, so what did I do with the finished ones? Don't know. Okay. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's just set these aside. Like that. Then I was going to show you this. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, this is last week when I took this sticker release paper. This is just, it had big label stickers on it, you know, for packages. And I smeared some paint on it to see if I could use it to like make paint skins. What? The card, Teresa? If so, then I think it was. I'm not sure. Um, I think what I did was cover a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock that um, that I didn't like. You know, I'm not sure though. This might have been index cards that I just put some um, jelly prints on. These other ones that I was trimming earlier, these were made on some old postcards. They're kind of heavy. I kind of don't like that. It's a little too heavy, but it's, you know, it'll be fine for whatever it is. It's not that's, but yeah, I guess it was a masterboard. I just put the jelly prints down is what I think. Anyways, this is the um, thing I was trying to do, like a paint skin with, and it works, but it doesn't work. It needs to have a lot more paint because see, it'll come up, but it's really fragile. Um, it would work if you were going to like Mod Podge over it or something, but you could use this paper for a palette and then but have more layers on it because it's just a little thin. And where the paint was actually thin, it just crumbles trying to take it up. But it might actually come up, but it's really, really thin in those places. So yes, it works, but it has some things that need to be. Hi, Christine. It has some things that need to be dealt with. You know, more involved, more paint. But I can see using this paper for palettes. It would work very well. And then you could just peel it off. Usually, I use one of these. just because. And for the most part, you have to have quite a bit of paint on them to, that came up. Now, the other thing is that was acrylic paint, but most of what I use is craft paint. So, it's hard telling. We'll see. I just wanted to try it, see what would happen. And I'm not going to try to use this today. I'm just going to throw it away. But let's make a little journal page. Hi, Barbara. You got there here just in time. I'm going to make the journal page. Okay. And if you're talking about the day, yes, Barbara. If you're talking about the week, even more so. 500 million things to do, and I didn't even get one thing done yesterday. Not one. So, okay. I have this. I made last week. I thought I might try to put it into, make it into a tag for my book. I have this little envelope of stuff that I found. It's mostly punched leaves and the punch outs. So I don't know if I'm going to use them or just what. But I think I'll just kind of do this. Oh, it looks like there's, that's interesting. There are fancy round paper clips in there. You're going to eat your frog? Well, I don't know where you got a frog to eat, but enjoy it. Okay, there's butterflies in here. Let's see. There's butterflies. We did butterflies last week, though, so I don't know if I'm going to use butterflies. There are leaves. These leaves kind of go real pretty with this hummingbird. A chocolate frog. Oh, okay. There's lots of leaves. Lots of different. I wonder. That was a question. Oh, okay. All right, let's, I'm thinking that I might find something to go behind this and turn that into like a little pocket that I could tuck this into. But we have to have another piece of cardstock to go behind it. Well, how about that? That's, yeah. Okay. Well, and she's busy eating, so she's not answering you. How about that, Julie? Okay. It's not straight. I'm trying to straighten it. Okay, we need a page. I kind of like that page. Is there something on the back of it? Not yet. Okay, so I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to first maybe we will only put 3 of them on there. I kind of like that better. Okay, let's. This isn't straight. Hi, Joyce. Okay. I want it to have a little border around it and of brown. It's just okay. Oops, I cut it crooked. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm not even using my glue enough to keep it from clogging up the tip. That's how little I've gotten. Last Sunday's projects were still sitting here on the desk when I had to pick up this morning so I could come on. Okay. I have to go over to Mom's tomorrow, Lisa. I'll let her know you're coming. Like you said, she may or may not remember. I had to order her a new glucose monitor meter thing. And I have to it's got to be calibrated, I guess, somehow. The health and wellness director is going to handle that for me. So, okay. Okay, there's that. Now, I thinking, yeah, I want to put that in. I'll just put that in there like that. But first, I think we're going to round its corners and put some, what do you call it, ink on it. I think I would have just let her live without one since she overwatches that anyways. Yeah, other than she was having a kind of a fit about not having it. So, you know, it's if it had cost $100, I would have just let her do without it. But um, Melissa said that she would help me make sure that she said just make sure to order the same thing she had. Well, I did, but it's not exactly the same thing. So she should be able to figure it out. I hope. I'm not sure she knows what she's doing with it anymore. So, but I talked to Melissa about it the other day, and she said she'd keep an eye out. So, yes. What kind of frog? I'm gonna wait for Barbara to answer this question because I'm just curious as all get out. What kind of frog she's talking about? Oh, okay. I see. She had to go do the toughest thing she had to do. Okay. Um, it didn't take long, so it's kind of like eating that elephant, or you have to eat it one bite at a time. I say that all the time. I'm going to go eat my bite of elephant. Okay, so this one will go in there. But I think we need to decorate this page a little bit. So we will, I think I'm going to use some of these. I think I'll use like, mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Jeff likes to ruin ours with his feet. I have more brand new top sheets than you can imagine because you know it's almost cheaper to buy a new set of sheets than it is to buy just a bottom sheet. And since the only thing that he wears out is the bottom one. But you only eat a hippopotamus one bite at a time at Christmas. Okay. Well, I've been trying to eat an elephant this since last Thanksgiving, so it's not working very well. That much I'll tell you. Okay, that's okay. I think we need a couple more. We need a couple more little tags to go in here. Oh, Barbara. Okay, now then, maybe we should put some words on this page so that it's got something on it when we take this out. Let's see what we got in the way of words. I had a little pile of words here. Oh dear. Okay. It's really rare in life that a situation is as black and white as we tend to paint it. I like that. You like how it's turned out? How this turned out, Barbara? Yeah. I think these little pieces of cardstock are going to work fine, even though they have that. See the texture? I what do you call it? It Mod Podge down just fine. Neither one, Lisa. Last weekend, it was out of a magazine. It's a cutout, and I Mod Podged it down, and then I put the bird into it. So basically, it's neither one of the things you asked. It's something different. I think it's out of a book like what do you call those? Toll painting book. Because you see right there where there's that little leaf, and may have cut some of them off, but there's another one right there. There to add different layers to. There's another one down in here. And I think I have another piece that had flowers, but not these pieces, things like that. Barbara, she's not feeling well. Um, she was hurting, and she messaged me last night that she was not going to be able to sit through live streaming today. So I hope she's resting, is what I'm hoping. Oh, and Lisa, if you've called in this last week as far as mom goes, you might try again, because our phones are not working for some unknown reason. Who knows? What do you call it? Verizon is screwed up. Yes, I hope she feels better soon too. Well, that's awesome, Teresa. Just take it easy. Yeah, the 16th. The worst part of it is it's kind of hard to get here from elsewhere, believe it or not. It's better now than it used to be. Okay. This one gives us one little tag, but I think we ought to have another little tag. So we'll make another tag. I have some more of this cardstock. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, since we put this like that on there, I thought maybe I'd put this on a tag. I can't believe this, but I am actually getting kind of warm in my sweatshirt. I'm going to have to peel the sweatshirt off. Yeah, perfect size. I'll be right there. I'm just gonna get rid of a layer. It's very unusual for my studio to get too warm. Well, that and she had to fit it in before we go off on our trip too. I mean, she could have come while we were gone. Lisa did, or Stephanie did last year, because that was the only time she could come. Okay. Let's glue that together. Yeah, she wanted to see us too, but it was just one of those things where we were gone and her timing, just the time frame. I do not know if we're going to get to see her. We're actually going to go to the Northeast. We hadn't planned on it. Things changed last week. uh, we hadn't planned on going Northeast. We were going down along the Southeast coast, and then last week things changed. So, two at a time. I would tell you, you get over 10, it's really hard to teach a class of 20 people. That's I've done it, but it is not my fun thing to do. I don't think our windows are ever going to get cleaned. Jeff was going to wash them with the pressure washer, on a lower pressure, but between trying to fix the Jeep and all the other stuff he's got to do, he hasn't had a chance to finish that yet. So we'll see. Oh, that's what we're going to do there. We're going to turn that into a tab. Oh, it's two at a time socks. You allow up to 6 people in the class. Okay. I like that, but I think we might need another word on this one. Let's see. A musician must make music, an artist must paint, a poet must write if he is to be ultimately at peace with himself. Okay. Two at a time means you do the same thing twice on the needles, and if you're like me, then you don't have to be quite as accurate with your count. If you count one too many rows, or you can kind of measure, and both of the socks are exactly the same size. I learned that when I was trying to make socks. I'm not very good at it. Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons to do them both at the same time. Okay, that and that's good. I should have, when I started the little slippery things that I'm trying to make, I should have put them on a circular needle and knit 2 of them at a time, because I will, if this works. I want a couple pairs because I want some for the camper. But if it works, then I'm going to get out a different set of needles so that I can do them both at the same time, because all they are is knitted. It's not like there's any real pattern to it. It's just knit. But I realized that I'd lost count last night, and I'm like, oh gosh, now I have to figure out how to. My knit a sweater class started really well last week. Yay! Oh, you measure if it's slightly different. It does, yes. Do sleeves, mittens, anything that requires 2, both on the same needle, same time. Yeah. So, okay, so we're going to turn this into a little tab at the top for this oh, I left the glue open, so we should not do that. Jeff took me to a big church garage sale yesterday. Friday. He took me Friday. And okay, I mean, it's a big Catholic church here in town. I didn't find much of anything. I was like, oh my, this is kind of disappointing. Of course, I didn't need anything, so I got a new sweatshirt just simply because I ruined one here recently. So it's good to have a new one because they're hard to find. It's hard to find cotton in a lot of things anymore. I need probably a black. There's a gold one. There we go. And maybe a black one. Maybe a brown one. Oh, I like this one too. We'll see what we've got going here. Oh, I like this one. Ah! There, I used another piece of this stuff, which I have an awful lot of. So that'll be good. I can make all kinds of tags with it. That's what I wanted to find out, is if it was gonna work, and it is. Okay. So now we have that page, this tag, and this tag. And they're tucked right in there. Yay! Okay, but now we have to put a date on it. And I can never remember what the date is. It's the 8th. Okay, so it's 2/8/2026. Yeah, I like how it came out. I mean, but I have, I think this is just a partial stack of these things. It's cutoffs from something else I had that I did. Then I have a bunch that are like this, that are like little, they fold up. They're cutoffs from a bigger piece that somewhere I got, and I thought these would make some cute little journal inserts, like journal cards you could insert. So I have to get around and play with those some. Yeah, that's what I thought. If they would take the Mod Podge and things like that. Plus I have more of it that I could cut down to do. I want to cut some of it down to the 4x6 size. Excuse me. Ooh, to the 4x6 size to make postcards out of for when I'm on my trip. So that's my plan with that. So paint on the backs. Maybe we'll have to see. Because the smooth side is the inside. So I might put some paint on some of these. We'll have to see. Well, I brought them out here. I thought I'd leave them sit there. I'd see if I could figure out ways to use them rather than, having one more thing that I should have thrown away. All right. Let's see. What's next? Probably our little notebooks, because, we want to do a page in them because we're going to try to finish them. I haven't had my jelly plate out since before our last trip. So, okay, we probably need to put some paint on one of these pages so that we can... This book is getting almost done. Now, I was counting the pages in it. And I must have taken some pages out of the middle of it, I'm guessing. But if I hadn't, it would have never closed. So I'm just guessing I took some out. But I don't really know. So, but this will do right here. We'll just get some paint on that page. And while it dries, we'll work in the other book. And then we can... Then we can come back and do this one in here. So, but we need some paint. Oh, that sounds watery. I don't know that that's a wise choice. Well, maybe it's all right. We'll put some on there and see if it's too watery. We won't use it. This is some kind of gloss glitters acrylic enamel. It's got some kind of glitter in it, and it looks like it's supposed to be gold. But when I started to shake it, it was very watery. So we'll have to see. And then I got out some blue. So right now I couldn't put the jelly plate on the table. It's, too big because I've got too much mess. So let's see how liquidy this is. Okay, it's glue with glitter in it. That's what it looks like. Liquid with glitter in it. Huh. It's stopped being. But it's kind of too runny to work with. I don't think I'm going to try to use it. We're going to play with this and see what happens. I'll put some blue. There's too much paint on there. No, it didn't have a bearing in it. I mean, I could hear it sloshing, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a bearing in it. Plus, I keep them upside down, so it should have had the thick stuff at the bottom. So I don't know. I'm not gonna fuss. I will just put on maybe some white or something over the top of this because now it's too much blue. Okay, here's some pearl. Well, it'll be all right. We'll let it dry. We'll figure it out afterwards. Now I'm messy. I'll have to mix that glitter paint stuff with some heavier bodied acrylic paint and let it mix together. Okay, let's just put those away and set this up here. Nope, not like that, because that will. Here, okay. Okay. Here's a page that needs done. Why do I have to be tired at the beginning of the day? I'm always tired at the beginning of the day, Julie. Of course, it didn't help that I was up at 5:45 this morning. So, all right, we need some papers. Let's see what we've got in this basket. Yes, she also got up the crack of dawn to be here. Yep. Yes, ma'am. All right. That's like fossils and rocks. And it does cover almost the whole page. For you, 6:30 is not the crack of dawn? Okay. Yeah, but if you wake up a lot through the night, then it feels like it's okay. I like this too. This one is like, I think it's like a carpet. I would have to use something else with it, but that's okay. Maybe something like this. That corner needs to be covered. It would be for you, yeah. I usually get up around 6:30. Usually. Maybe closer to 7. And I have been known to sleep later. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm going to use those pieces, those 3 right there. Let me put these all back so they're out of my way. I'm barely asleep at 6:30 a.m. I sleep best between 6 and 9, but I haven't done that lately. It's not been something that's happened lately. Okay. Guys, I really wish I could get you closer. I don't know what's wrong with this because I know I've been closer before. But oh well. Um, Yeah, trying to go back. Yeah, if I stay in bed after I wake up, there's no, yeah, there's no going back to sleep. It doesn't happen. Okay, let's cut this flower off of here because it's too tall. Let's trim a straight line along this one. Okay, yes. All right. Okay. I just blame it on my very tired brain, Julie. Okay, like that. Yep, yep. Okay, now we need to trim all of this off right here. You know, when Lisa's not here to talk to me, it's very quiet. Um, Melatonin is what they had us giving my dad when he was wanting to bounce around in the night. I am not trying to get right along the edge of everything. This is, it's like an embroidered piece. If you can see the stitches. Um, I'm just trying to get, you know, kind of close. Okay. I think I'm going to fussy cut these guys out too. It's too kind of stylized, what do you call those things? Dragonflies. There again, it looks like they're embroidered, so they probably came out of an embroidery magazine of some sort. There we go. I'm kind of liking that. Thanks, Barbara. I'm liking the carpet behind it. It just gave it a kind of a fun background. Okay, let's get it glued down now. Okay. First things first. Where's my glue stick? Okay. Uh-oh. Tore it. It's okay. It's going to get glued down. For those of you who might have done it before, the 100-day project is fast approaching. I keep tearing this piece of picture, but that's all right. It'll be okay. I seriously doubt I'm going to attempt it this year, but oh, come on now. You don't want to do that. Come on. Come on. Now I have glue on my fingers, which is, going to make it impossible to do this right. Okay, there we go. Well, explain what it is you don't know about it. First off, if you look up Daisy Yellow, Daisy, and then the word yellow, you'll find her posts and stuff online. It's been a long time since I've been on her site because I get everything as a email. But she does this thing every year where she does this 100-day project, and they start February 2nd, and you do some kind of little art thing every day for 100 days. It doesn't need to be a big thing. It's supposed to be something small so that you can actually accomplish it each day, because if you it's to get you into the habit of doing some kind of little art project. Now, you could do a bigger project and just break it down into smaller chunks. I've done it 2 or 3 times, and just a minute, I'm having trouble cutting this off. the sometimes people do index cards or ATCs or one of the reasons I was cutting this little book up because or counting the pages in this little book, not cutting it up, was because it should have had 100 pages in it to start with. um because it says 50 sheets on the front. That should give you 100 pages. Well, I took some out. That charges to get the 100 days list. It could be I mean it might be where there's prompts. I've never done it with prompts, so as far as getting a list, I don't know. And it's been a while since I did it, so it might be something, Julie, where she has started doing a prompt list where you have to pay. I've never paid for it. Um, I just have played along and done some kind of little art something for that 100 days. And it's a fun project because you do something small, um, something that you can accomplish. So, like I said, and it doesn't have to be, it could be a poem. You write a poem every day. It's there's so many things you could do. It's just that you do 100 days of it, and there's a hashtag, and I mean I can't tell you how many years she's been doing it because Lisa and I think Lisa and I did it together one year. This needs some words. And there might, like I said, there might be a prompt list. I If there is, I've never done it with a prompt list. I think Lisa and I did little collages put them into a book one year. Yes, the prompt list. Someone is charging, but I'm not very good at finishing those things. Um, the biggest thing about that is choosing something small and easy, or choosing a big project and working on it 15 minutes every day. It's just to get you used to continuing to do stuff. I haven't been doing anything creative, so it would get me back into that mindset of doing a little bit of art every day. um I had pulled this out of a book just to see if there was any words on it. The idea of writing a haiku every day with a little art, yeah, I mean, at least a couple of times. There you go. And if you don't finish it, it's no big deal. It's not like it's a self-regulating thing completely. I don't like any of those words, so we'll find something else. Um, but it's that project's coming up here pretty soon. If anybody's thinking about playing with it, like I said, I really don't think that's going to happen for me. Okay, I like this one. Gardens and flowers have a way of bringing people together drawing them from their homes. Um, and it, I mean, you could read a chapter a day in a book. It's I think it's and truly and honestly it's whatever you want to do. Um, I don't know. I like this one better. The flowers like me back. I think one year I just did like a doodle every day. I mean, maybe it was on a postcard or something. I don't really remember. If it started February 1st, no, it starts February 22nd. That much I do know because I got the email. Oh, I like Janet's scavenger hunt. That was fun. I've done that 2 or 3 years, and Lisa, there is a list of things she gives you on New Year's. I think it is. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Um, I think she gives you that list on New Year's. I'm not sure, and um, you, it's all kinds of fun things. I remember there were different games. You have to find a piece of a game. There was um, the stickers that come off of fruit and vegetables. Um, Inktober tangles. Yeah, see, and I've never done that. Um, oh, now I have to figure out where to put this. Let's see what we can do by taking this out of here. Um, most, I think in the past, what I have done is done the project and then turned them into a book. I think we're going to put it right there. It's kind of right at the top, but it's where it fits without interrupting everything else. Yeah. And I have never done Caged Fish's scavenger hunt, so I'm not really sure what she does. So, and each time I've done the scavenger hunt, I have finished it. That was, it was for one, if you do 2 or 3 things in a day, or if you're paying attention and watch for stuff, it's a fun project. And I always did like little journal pages with the things that she asked us to do. I did little journal pages. So like if it was playing cards from a game, I would turn it into some kind of little tuck or something on the page. So okay, I like how that one came out. Thank you, Barbara. Lisa and I did Carve December several times because, you know, it wasn't like we carved every day, but one year we tried to carve every day. But I mean, it was fun about carving the stamps. So, um, Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm thinking it's turned out really good. Now let's see if this is dry enough up here to work on. I don't know. It's kind of wet. Yeah, it's wet. Okay. Since that's really too wet to work on, maybe we'll do another page in here. No, I don't want to do another page in there. I think I'm going to do another one of these, I think. I think I'll doodle on this. They need to have some stuff doodled on them. So thanks, guys. To look up the 100-day project, and you will not run out of ideas in a hurry. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Instagram's is covered with it. I'll bet you that they have that what do you call it? Pinterest has probably got a bunch of things on it too. And I don't know if I have a playlist called the 100-day project. I really don't remember. I used to put stuff like that in playlists. So there might be one. Thank you, Barbara. They're just multiple pieces of jelly print. And like I said, I think I put the jelly prints onto some 12 by 12 cardstock pieces that that I didn't like the cardstock. You know, it wasn't something I wasn't ever going to use, so I used it as just a backing material. But I won't tell you for sure because I don't remember. I don't remember where they came from or anything at all like that. I don't remember what I was doing with them. This could have been a pieces left over from the 100-day project. I don't remember. So I'm not sure I want something that heavy. That's not the right thing. Uh-oh. I'm making a mess. Okay, there's scavenger hunt playlists, but I must not have done one for the 100 days thing. So, oh well. mostly I'm just on this. This one. I'm just following the lines on the jelly print. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but that's what I'm doing. It's just a matter of doodles. Well, I can't remember how many videos are up now, Barbara, but I think there's close to 1,000 videos. So I used to try to put every project into a playlist to make it easier to find. Um, that means I have a ton of playlists, and I don't know if that's helpful or not, but um, that's what I've always tried to do is make it where, if like the totally junk journal, that when we did that, it has its own playlist, so that you could find the projects or the videos for something specific. I'm kind of liking that. We're supposed to get more cold weather. Oh, Lisa, we will not get cold weather while you're here, but we have been getting quite chilly. I've only had to put on like my outdoor kind of coat layer a couple of times. Most of the time I have like on a sweatshirt and then I put another like lightweight jacket over it. But then I'm not out at dark after dark much. Um, and that's when it's been getting cold. Um, it's been getting down. We've had some 20-degree weather, which is really kind of cold for us. So, yeah, layers. And it won't. What size is oh, this is a 1. See? Um, a lot of times I use an 08, but this one is kind of nice. I like the 05s and the 08s and the 01s. I mean, I like them all, but it depends on what I'm doing. This needed a little more thickness, but it didn't need paint marker thickness. That was my problem. The paint marker was just too thick. And you never know. By the time you get here, it might be all nice and warm. It's hard telling. It's only supposed to be in the 50s tonight, which is pretty warm for what we've been getting. Okay. I think this needs something right in here, though. Yeah, here we go. One, two, and three in the set. They're thicker than regular microns. Yeah. Yeah, the 05 and less are, I don't use them as much. The 05s are ones I like a lot. The 08, this one, the smaller than 05, I don't use a lot. And honestly, I probably need a new set of microns because I haven't replaced them in a long time, and I'm down to where I just have a few. I don't use them all the time because I tend to use the paint markers more than that. It's using them mostly for text. I will tell you that when I'm writing on regular paper, these are my favorite. These are Pilot G205s. They're a little harder to find, and they only come in a couple of colors. You can't get the 05s in the multicolored pack. The 07s come in a multicolored pack, but they're too fat. I like these. She's the sister that can't draw. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I have one that's like got a flattened tip like a calligraphy pen somewhere, but I may have it may have dried up and been used up. I used it quite a bit, so it's hard telling. I don't see it in my drawers, which is, they also make a brush tip. I'll show you one in a minute. They're kind of cool. They're very flexible. I can't draw either, Lisa. I mean, well, I practice more than you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And doodles aren't really drawing. I sketch some, and I actually like these. I like this pen to sketch with. I mean, sometimes they turn out terrible, but I like those. They're a really fine tip. the 05s are much finer tip. I think the 7s are called a fine, and these are called extra fine. Doodling is a talent. Okay, well, I'm never sure about my talent. I kind of like how it came out. It's all right. Let me find one of those brush tip pens. Somehow or another, when I got these, I don't think I realized they were brush tips. They were multicolor, and therefore I was, I thought, oh, cool. And they have a really long, skinny tip, and you can, let's see here. You can use them kind of like a calligraphy pen, because you can get thick and thin lines with them. There you go. You are much better at certain things than me. So the fact that this tip is very flexible, and you can use it like a little tiny fine line like that, or you can use the side of it and get that kind of a line. They're kind of cool. I just don't use them very much. And like I said, I think I bought this set thinking that they were, not realizing what they were, because I've had that. You can't see what I'm doing. Okay. You're sure? Okay. Because I'll do it again. I might have been too close. I'm trying to get close so you can see, but anyways, they were, I have them. I have multiple colors of them. I don't use them very much. They are just in the drawer. And I need to turn that one back around, or it will be a pain in my keister. Let's see. What's this one? This is an 05, and I use this a lot. But I don't usually use these to write with, to write text with. I tend to use this one. So let's see if this is dry or dry enough. Yeah, I probably can glue stuff onto it. It's still not quite dry. That glitter paint did not dry well. So I need stuffs to put on there. So we have this flower that came off the other piece. So let's trim it out and see if it will go on there somehow. Pen you use in your calendars an 01. Yeah, they're the 01 is tiny. I think there's that one. Oh, that's the 005. This is the 01. Yeah, that's the 01. And these are about that. This is an 05, but it's a gel pen instead of the micron, so it's a little different. Okay, there is a flower. I don't know that I'm going to use it, but we'll see. I had out some. There's my things. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, I had this lady out earlier, and she's kind of cool. So we might use her today. And this flower. Let's put some stuff out. I like her and that flower together. I don't know what else. Oh, there's a cool fan right here. She actually has a flower in her hand. Right there. This is just water resistant because when I sketch with this and go over it with water, it will kind of gray up, but it stays in as a nice line. I've done that a lot on postcards where I've sketched out something and then actually used the fact that it wasn't permanent um, to let it bleed just a little bit so that it gave us a, I don't know, sort of a cohesive, fun kind of look. Okay. I definitely don't use it if I think I'm wanting something absolutely permanent. It's just not. I don't know why these penguins have to go on here today. So I don't know about this flower. There may be penguins on the bottom edge of her skirt. There we go. Okay. Oh, these might be cool. Okay, these are kind of shaped like her dress, but they're actually a flower. But do I want them to go that way? Or do I want them to go this way? I think I want them to go that way. Okay, I kind of like the penguins. Let's see. And this is a little compass. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, but this is a little. Oh, this is a little fox. Okay. Don't ask me why the animals are going on there today because that's what they're doing. The animals are going on here today. Okay, little fox. Okay, that's the pictures. So Lisa, if you haven't seen me do this before, this is just a junk magazine, and this has now got glue on it. It's not wet anymore because it's dried, but it's bumpy, and it would cause pictures to stick to it. So I just changed the page, and then I have another paper to do my gluing on. So that's just a thing I do. It's just, you can use scrap paper or something, but I just use an old magazine that's not, you know, not really something I care about. And sometimes if you're gluing a lot, you end up with the page still wet, so you have to change it. Oh, a small silicone mat. Yeah, the problem with that is it takes time to clean it when you're doing a big project. Um, to me, this is faster. I don't have to stop in between each picture to clean it, each little piece. If it was just that I was doing one or two things, that would be fine. But this way, I just don't have to clean. I don't have to stop. I can just flip the page. Is why I do it that way. Besides, cleaning implies work. You're right. Mm-hmm. Oh, mm-hmm. Dollar Tree had some little silicone mats. I don't think I ever bought one, but of course, if anybody's noticed, Dollar Tree doesn't have hardly any craft stuff right now. So, okay, stay where you're supposed to stay. There we go. And this Teflon mat, I could glue right on there and wipe it off. It's, I mean, if I get glue or paint or anything on the Teflon mat, it comes right up with a wet wipe. Okay. I had some words on here I was thinking. Um, that I was going to use today, and I can't remember what they were. Okay, I like this. She needed solitude to wallow. Okay, she looks like she needs to wallow. Lunch fairy bringing chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Well, I think my tea fairy's probably either in the shower or still outside. They had a huge mess out there that they were trying to clean. Brandon's made a big old mess, but they changed his axle out last weekend, Then, like I said, he couldn't finish it because he didn't have the right U-bolts, which is a pain. Okay. Yes, food fairies are nice, but I can't eat and do this at the same time. So tea fairy is really nice, but I still have tea, so I'm good. Uh-oh. Gonna knock all my little fussy cuts over. Oh dear. I thought that word would fit there, and it didn't. So that's a good idea, Julie. Five years until you have him every day. Okay. Well, if he's anything like Jeff, he'll have to have more work to do than he can possibly get done in 48 hours a week. Okay. I like this. Now, I need to draw around these words, but well, maybe it's dry enough. It's probably dry enough. I like to do little lines around the words because it makes them stand out. Just scribbles around the words. That's all I'm doing. That paint is still not totally dry. It's still kind of sticky. I like it, even though it's, nothing big deal. You guys, I know it's just 3:45, but my back is really tired, so I am going to say bye. So we did this page and this page with the tags. And this one. And then I did this card and this card. I like this one best so far. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to go and I will see you next week. Maybe Lisa will fill up to coming next week too. So, I'll talk to you then. Have a great day. Now I can go do my math. Well, that's what I have to do too, is work on more tax papers. Anyways, guys, have a nice night. Bye-bye. Where's my cursor? This thing goes to sleep. It's like an Ombre thing. It goes to sleep, and then I have to figure out how to wake it up. Bye-bye, y'all.